Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 22nd, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Thursday out there so far. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Hope everybody has a great Thursday afternoon. And hope everybody enjoys the weather because it's the only weather you got. And also stay safe and well out there also. Also, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. If you like my daily weather forecast content, smash that subscribe button and you're in. Also, let's go ahead and discuss what we're going to be talking about in today's video. We're going to talk about Tropical Storm Bret, which you see here currently on the screen. Also, we're going to take a look at Tropical Depression, newly formed Tropical Depression number 4. And also, we'll take a look at weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory maps. And also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, Friday, Saturday, and your Sunday. So stick around to the entire video, so don't go nowhere, and I hope you enjoy the show. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and dive on into the forecast now. Alrighty, and we're gonna get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, as you can see, here's Tropical Storm Bret, still well organized. That is across the tropical Atlantic, approaching the Windward Islands at this time, down here around Barbados. You're getting some squally weather already moving through. This island's over here, Windward Islands. We'll be getting in on the action here later on this afternoon and this evening across your area. So expect wind gusts up to maybe around 70 to maybe 80, maybe 85 miles per hour in some of the squalls that move through. So you will experience some hurricane conditions, even though it's a tropical storm. You still will experience hurricane conditions as this system moves through. So that's why they got the hurricane watch up in effect for portions of the area, and I will show you that in just a few minutes. Like I said, the center rotation looking very, very healthy. So like I said, I would not be surprised this thing could become a brief hurricane in the next advisory, or maybe the 5 p.m. advisory this afternoon. Alright, we're going to look at some current information on this Tropical Storm Bret. Let's take a look at the forecast cone here from the National Hurricane Center for Tropical Storm Bret. As you can see at 11 a.m. currently here, the yellow is the wind field, or tropical storm wind field for the storm system. The storm system currently this afternoon should be located right here, just northwest of Barbados. In the blue, we have tropical storm warnings. In the pink there, that is hurricane watches. In the yellow, currently, that is tropical storm watches for tropical storm conditions in your region. Let's see. Here's the current 11 a.m. advisory. Was located near latitude 13.8 north, 57.7 west with latitude. Maximum sustained winds 70 miles per hour with higher gusts. Movement with west at 14 miles per hour. And currently it's a tropical storm with 39 miles per hour to 73 miles per hour winds. A hurricane is classified as 74 miles per hour or higher. It's only 4 miles per hour. That's why I said it can become a hurricane very quickly before it makes landfall. And I've been saying that it could become a hurricane. Now my chances now are really about 70 to 30% chance. 70% chance it will, 30% chance it will not become a hurricane. And let's see how it evolves over the next several hours. Alright, like I said, that's the forecast cone by 8 a.m. Saturday. It's right here, and according to them, it's still a tropical storm over the central tropical Atlantic. The Caribbean Sea, sometime around Sunday. So we're just gonna have to maintain and see how the system maintains its strength. According to most of the model guide, it's supposed to take it and dissipate it, but you never can tell. Let's take a look at the hurricane models real quick. You can see here the current position shows the system continues on its westward path to the Caribbean Sea. One outlier that hasn't been wrong the whole time, so I don't trust that model too much there right now. It may have done good in the past, but this storm here is currently not doing well. The other ones are doing very, very well. Alright, intensity guidance for Tropical Storm Bret. As you can see, it's still a tropical storm. From here to here is a tropical storm. Below the green to the in the white area here, this is tropical depression status. In the yellow, that would be a category 1. I do believe this model here may be latched on to something. It may become a brief hurricane. I'm still expecting it to possibly become a brief hurricane. If not, you will experience hurricane conditions on the Leeward Islands. All right, let's move on to the Tropical Depression 4. This is Tropical Depression 4 here. Looks pretty well organized. Still getting a little bit of dry air on the east side of the system. The west side still fighting it also, some dry air. But the center of the storm looks pretty healthy, and that's why it's expected to become Tropical Storm Cindy sometime later today or maybe on Friday. So just want to give everybody a heads up. And right now, currently, it's no impact to land, but it could skirt portions of the Leeward Islands. So I will keep an eye on that as we continue to draw near the event. We're going to take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center on a tropical storm, on a Tropical Depression 4, which will become Tropical Storm Cindy. Current position 11 a.m. This is it. It was located near latitude 11.3 north, longitude 42.9 west. Maximum sustained winds 35 miles per hour with higher gusts. Movement was to the west-northwest at 15 miles per hour. And right now it's not a tropical storm. It would be classified Tropical Storm Cindy when it gets winds of 39 miles per hour to 73 miles per hour. That's when it will become Tropical Storm Cindy. In the next advisory, in the next couple advisories, they do have a tropical storm. So like I said, sometime later today, it should become Tropical Storm Cindy. By 8 p.m. Friday, it will be located here. 8 p.m. Saturday, it will be located here. 8 a.m. Monday, it should be located about right here. They have it down to a tropical depression. Like I said, there's a possibility. So right now I'm gonna go along with them. But it could remain a tropical storm a little bit further and then finally become a tropical depression. So just gonna keep a check on that. Let's take a look at the hurricane models. This is current position. This is what the National Hurricane Center sees. Currently, all the models are in effect. Like I said, I would not be surprised to see some tropical storm watches, maybe some tropical storm warnings for the northern Leeward Islands. Also over here, portion of eastern portion of Puerto Rico. These islands over here as well could get in on some tropical weather conditions on the south side of the system. So you may get some squalls out of that system if it tracks a little bit further to the south. If it goes a little bit further to the north, you will be in the clear. But I'm expecting it to pretty well give y'all a glazing blow that may produce some tropical storm conditions possible as it skirts right east of you guys there. All right, let's take a look at the intensity guidance for the forecast tropical depression. Right now, here it is. It's still tropical depression, but see, all the models do take it into tropical storm status, and that's what I do believe. Will it become a Category 1 hurricane? I doubt it, but there's a possibility. But right now, I'm going to be sticking with just a tropical storm at this time. And pretty much the other guidance are pretty well in line with it. It's going to take a turn off to the north and to the northeast. So so you guys in Bermuda may need to keep an eye on this storm because it may make a beeline for you guys and may affect Bermuda sometime next week. All right. Let's move on to the weather radar across the nation now. As you can see, back to the lower 48. We got scattered showers over portions of Michigan, over back to portions of New York State, Pennsylvania, also back over toward the New York area, and also back toward Connecticut, also some offshore there as well. We got some scattered showers numerous also in North Carolina there as well. That upper level low continues to spin over Georgia this afternoon. It will continue to lift slowly off to the north. Also in northern Mexico, around the Hawaiian chain island, got some scattered showers around the island there as well. Got some rain snow showers across portions of central and southern Alaska. Guam radar is still currently unavailable. We got a little system here bringing some shower and storms over North Texas, Oklahoma, and southern portions of Kansas. Scattered activity elsewhere from Minnesota back through portions of North and South Dakota, back into Kansas and Wyoming, and also Montana, and also in the northeastern portions of Utah, and a little bit in Colorado. Another widespread area of showers over southern portions of Canada, and a scattered about of showers over southwest Canada and over in portions of Washington State. Alright, now let's take a look at the watches, warning, and advisories for your location across the nation. As you can see, we got some severe thunderstorms ongoing up here in portions of Virginia into eastern North Carolina. Got some special marine warnings there as well. Still got some coastal flood advisories around the Washington, D.C. area. Some flood advisories also over eastern North Carolina. We got a large area of flood watches extending from southern Virginia through central and western North Carolina, central and northwestern portions of South Carolina, eastern and central Georgia, all the way down to southern Georgia, northern Florida there as well. We got some scattered severe thunderstorms through the state of Florida. Also some flood warnings also in effect there as well, and some flood advisories for some heavy rainfall and some severe weather. Also special marine warnings also in effect for the coastal areas of the Big Bend of Big Bend, Florida, that is, excuse me, and also southeast Louisiana. We still got river flood warnings in effect for a portion of Mississippi, also up here in portions of South Dakota, Wyoming, and also over here in Nevada there as well. We got some flood watches also in effect for eastern and southeastern portions of Montana, also up here in portions of eastern Colorado, western Nebraska, southwest Kansas. We got a few flood advisories there as well. We got some red flag warnings in effect for portions of western Colorado, wind advisory with southern California. Also, we got some fire weather watches over portions of southwest Colorado, north central portions of New Mexico, special weather statements up here in portions of Texas for some severe storms with that little squall line you seen. We got some heat advisories also in effect for northeastern portions of Oklahoma, also over here in southern portions of New Mexico, west central Texas and southern Texas, heat advisory. The excessive heat warning has finally went down to now just central and southern Texas, so the heat is slowly easing a little bit, but still expect maybe some more excessive heat warnings to continue. Also, we got air quality alerts for southwestern Michigan, northwestern portion of Illinois, Indiana, northeast Illinois, much of Wisconsin, and central and southern portions of Minnesota. Alaska looks good. Gale warnings all around the Hawaiian chain islands for some gusty winds and rough seas in that area there. Alright, now here we go. Storm Prediction Center time, folks. Alright, as you can see, we have a general thunderstorm activity over a portion of Washington State, also over in Oregon through California, and also in Nevada. Also over in a portion of Minnesota, back in the portion of Wyoming and Utah, back through Colorado, back to West Texas. General thunderstorms also in East Texas, also in the portion of Nebraska through Kansas, Oklahoma, all the way into western South Carolina, all the way up into the northeastern United States, around the Connecticut region, the New York area. We have a marginal risk for severe weather extending from Washington, D.C. through Virginia down into Florida. Slight risk for the outer banks of North Carolina and southeast Virginia. Also, we have a marginal risk over here in portion of Wyoming back into South Dakota, all the way down into Texas. Slight risk over portions of Panhandle, Texas, portion of northeast New Mexico, eastern Colorado, southeastern portion of Wyoming, and southwestern portions of Nebraska there as well. Slight risk being that this area here, this includes Denver, Colorado, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Royal, Colorado, Norfolk, Virginia. Marginal risk, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida, Austin, Texas, and Fort Worth, Texas. Tornado probability for today, we have a 2% standing from a portion of Washington, D.C. through the eastern Carolinas, well, central and eastern Carolinas, all the way into southeastern portion of Georgia. Also over southern portion of and southeastern areas of Wyoming through eastern portion of Colorado into portion of Texas. 5% over New Mexico. 5%. This includes Tumaca, New Mexico. Tamarica. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, 2%. This includes Denver, Colorado, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Raleigh, North Carolina, Roy, Colorado, and I'm going to add in Columbia, South Carolina, and Savannah, Georgia as well. Winds for today, we have 5% in the brown over here from portions of South Dakota to Texas. We also have a 5% over here from Washington, D.C. down to Florida, 15% in Outer Banks, North Carolina, Southeast Virginia. Also in portions of Texas all the way into Wyoming and Colorado and Kansas. 15%. Denver, Colorado, Virginia Beach, Virginia, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Royal, Colorado, Norfolk, Virginia. 5%, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida, Austin, Texas, and Fort Worth, Texas. Hail probability for today, 5% down here in Florida, 5% in Texas, back into Wyoming and Nebraska, 15% from Texas to Wyoming. The highest significant severe weather for hail would be from portions of New Mexico all the way into Colorado and Wyoming. This includes Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado, Royal, Colorado, Lakewood, Colorado, Fort Collins, Colorado. Also 15%. This includes the same areas that I just called out from Denver, Colorado to Fort Collins, Colorado. And the 5% include Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, Arlington, Texas, Lubbock, Texas for large hail. All right, let's move on to day 2. We do have some severe weather to talk about for you day 2. You can see we got general thunderstorm from the northeast to the southeastern United States, back into the Midwest, also in the Pacific Northwest as well. Also, we got a marginal risk for severe weather, extending from Texas all the way to Montana, all the way back into South Dakota. Slight risk of severe weather from the Panhandle of Texas all the way into portions of South Dakota and Wyoming. Also, we have an enhanced risk for Nebraska and to portion of Wyoming. The enhanced risk, this includes Gillette, Wyoming, Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and Torrington, Wyoming. Slight risk, this includes Lubbock, Texas, Amarillo, Texas, Rapid City, South Dakota, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Garden City, Kansas. Marginal risk, this includes Abilene, Texas, Billings, Montana, Midland, Texas, Odessa, Texas, and St. Angelo, Texas. Tornado probability, you already seen it earlier. This would be 2% in the green from Texas to Montana, 5% in portion of Wyoming, also in the Panhandle of Texas and western Oklahoma. This includes Amarillo, Texas, Gillette, Wyoming, also Plainview, Texas, Liberal, Kansas, and Pampa, Texas, 2%. Lubbock, Texas, Greeley, Colorado, Rapid City, South Dakota, Cheyenne, Wyoming, and Casper, Wyoming. The damaging wind area would be 5% in the brown from Texas to Montana and also South Dakota. Yellow would be 15% from Texas to South Dakota. 30% over here in Wyoming and portions of Kansas. The significant severe for damaging winds. Hail would be generally from Texas all the way up into Wyoming. This includes Lubbock, Texas, Amarillo, Texas, Gillette, Wyoming, Plainview, Texas, and Liberal, Kansas. The 30%, Gillette, Wyoming, Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and Torrington, Wyoming. Also, 15% include Lubbock, Texas, Amarillo, Texas, Rapid City, South Dakota, Cheyenne, Wyoming, and Garden City, Kansas. 5% include Abilene, Texas, Midland, Texas, Odessa, Texas, St. Angelo, Texas, and Greeley, Colorado. That's for diameter in hail. I can't remember if I did the winds or not. I think I did. No, I didn't do the winds. Sorry about that. But pretty much same areas in effect for just what I called out for the hail probability. 5% brown, 15% yellow, 30% up here. Severe, significant severe weather would be Scottsbluff, Nebraska. 30% Scottsbluff, Nebraska as well. 15% Lubbock, Texas, all the way to North Platte, Nebraska. 5% include Abilene, Texas. Billings, Montana, all the way to St. Angelo, Texas. All right, let's read real weather to talk about. Yeah, I was getting ahead of myself, folks. I'm sorry about that, but like I say, we getting there. I got it straightened out. But anyway, we got general thunderstorm from the northeast down to the southeast, portion of the Midwest, from Louisiana, a bit in Texas, all the way in the upper Midwest, over here toward the Pacific Northwest as well, from Washington State into the port of California, Nevada, and also in Idaho. Here's that marginal risk, extending from northern Arkansas all the way into Minnesota, to eastern portions of South Dakota and Kansas, Nebraska and Kansas. Slight risk extending from Missouri all the way into southern portions of Minnesota. This includes a slight risk include Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, Del Mar, Iowa, Overland Park, Kansas, Kansas City, Kansas. Also in the marginal risk, this includes Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Lincoln, Nebraska, Springfield, Missouri, and Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Probability, we got 5% in the brown, 15% in the yellow. The significant severe weather will be Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha, Nebraska, Del Mar, Iowa, Overland Park, Kansas, and Kansas City, Kansas. 15% include Kansas City, Missouri, all the way to Kansas City, Kansas. Same areas as the significant severe weather. And the 5% include Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Lincoln, Nebraska, Springfield, Missouri, and Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And let's take a look at day 4. And we do have on the day 4 outlook. Here it is right here. Here's that 15% from Indiana back into Kentucky, ports of Tennessee, and Illinois. If you're in the 15%, this includes Indianapolis, Illinois. Indianapolis, Indiana, excuse me. Louisville, Kentucky, Evansville, Indiana, Bloomington, Indiana, and Muncie, Indiana. I'm getting ahead of myself, folks. Trying to get this stuff done so I can get on out of here for today and get a few things done. I hope everybody has a great day. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Enjoy the weather. It's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing, and we'll catch you back in the next one.